All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shadow of the Colossus. My name is Ark.
I'm the dog Random Ninja.
And I can't seem to get on my horse. And we are 13 episodes in.
That's okay. Everybody has horse problems sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. They make a pill for that.
Yeah. Are they horse pills?
They're actually horse tranquilizers. People take them, they get really fucked up.
Do they?
I
don't know.
I've heard good, bad things. I wouldn't recommend it.
And today, in this episode, we are taking on the second smallest Colossus in this game, which is Cenobia.
I think it might actually be the smallest. It is the shortest of all Colossi.
Is it?
Actually.
'Cause
it is, so.
There goes Aggro again. He wants to fly.
Whining and complaining.
So this one, I found this one to be one of the more interesting of the Colossi.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because you don't really fight it.
No, yeah, most of the fight is in fact running away from it, in a sense.
Which I thought was pretty cool. And this one I actually didn't have a hard time figuring out either. It was just doing it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's become so common. Also, you should have grabbed onto that eagle thing, man.
See, because I was wondering about that, because I had seen like a video or something online about some achievement for like flying on the hawk.
Interacting with a hawk, dove, fish, and something else. Maybe lizard? I don't know. Yeah, you gotta interact with all the animals. Don't know how to do most of that, so that's gonna be an interesting trophy to get.
I'm not even gonna worry about it. Pretty much after this run, I might do time trials, I might not. But yeah, pretty much after this, I'm done with this game.
So if you want to get the platinum, you have to beat the game at least 4 times.
But I'm not a 100%er like most other people.
Not yet, you aren't. But
okay.
Most of the more than half the trophies you get just playing the game.
So there's only one game that I've ever platinumed, and that was back in October when I played the new South Park game. That's the only game that I have ever platinumed.
You should platinum Shadow of the Colossus. Most of it's just do all the time attack, and then beat the game 4 times.
But that's gonna take so long.
Not really. Time attack, you get the gear that makes you go super strong.
Yeah.
So Colossi just kind of fall down. Because you get stronger and stronger every time you go through the game.
Yeah. And another thing that I should mention about this episode is make sure that you stay tuned until after the final scores, because I kept an outtake from one of Ninja's runs, and it is quite hilarious, if I do say so myself.
It's a real fucking blast, let me tell you.
Oh, I died. I died when you told me about that, and I was like, okay, that's staying in.
Really, that's just a picture of things to come against Malice, who has similar mechanics of fuck you, stay on the ground.
Pretty much.
For anyone who doesn't know, we've seen it happen a few times. When Wander gets knocked down, he really takes his sweet time recovering. This sweet time recovering is, in fact, less than the time it takes for this particular boss to attack you again, which means you are stuck in an endless loop of go fuck yourself.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, go fuck yourself unto death.
I think there was one other factor in that, but I want to save it to the end because I want people to watch it because it's quite funny.
Yeah.
I would say that this one is probably. Would this be the furthest one that we've had to travel to? Because this one did take quite a while to get there.
So there have been a couple in this same quadrant, which is the 2 quadrant.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the furthest, but it is one of the slowest to get to because there are so many paths that aggro does not run full speed through.
Right. As well as this is the cave system and where you jump in the lake as well, right?
Yeah, and then there's some swimming thrown in there as well. So very much just a slow kind of walk to it.
Yep, and I get stuck behind a pillar. And then a tree.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Nope, not in the slightest.
Nothing in that hole, by the way.
Oh, no, really? There's not?
Yeah, not a thing. I thought there'd be like a coin or something. You know, that new fancy collectible. Not as far as I could tell. Nothing.
So now, are you going to go around and find all those coins?
God, no, there's no trophy for that.
Oh, there's no trophy.
So, what you do get from all those coins is a sword that increases your damage, which you can use in hard mode, because the hard mode time attack gear is more about survivability than damage, whereas the normal mode stuff is all about damage. But with the inclusion of New Game Plus, which I think you can use to select a different difficulty as well, you carry all your items over and stuff. So, if I were starting new on hard mode, maybe. But since I'd be going through New Game Plus, I doubt it very much.
Right.
79 of those coins, by the way.
Yeah, I think I've found maybe 3.
Sounds about right, yeah. I think I'm around the same, of 3 coins out of 79.
And most of them have been on accident. I was like... Because the first one was... Which one was it? I think it was Kuromori. Was the first one that I found. And I was like, is this like a puzzle thing or something? So I would say that... Would this be one of the widest areas that, like, for... I would say, okay, so I would say, like, maybe more intricate as an arena than some of the other ones.
It is, in fact, one of the largest arenas.
It is? Okay.
It is, yeah. So, it is... It's second only to Malice's arena, which is the final boss.
Right.
So
well, I mean, that makes sense.
Second largest arena. Here we are, the... good old Cenobia boy, the Cerberus was his developer nickname.
Oh, was it? That makes sense.
So he is definitely meant to be more dog-like in his interpretation.
Right. And I have to say, like, this one I figured out relatively quickly as well. Mostly because of the cutscene in the beginning with the tall pillar. I mean, it takes me a minute to find it, but... then I do realize...
You immediately start climbing, which is really, really cool. Like, you don't wait around. I mean, you fall off the pillar, but you know what you have to do. You go, okay, so he's going to charge me. I'm going to just not get hit.
Yeah, and I mean, I almost did get hit. But then I realized that this is like a maze kind of thing, and I have to run, not exactly fight.
And I'm... still shocked that you didn't try to grab onto him or anything like that. You just know your stuff so much that you don't even bother.
Yeah, see, you say that I know my stuff, but it still takes me for like at 10 minutes plus for the last Colossi that we have to fight.
Well, that's a whole different beast. That's the last Colossus.
No, I'm talking like Argus and Malice. Both of which took me... Yeah, oh my god.
What?
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 That's not supposed to happen.
What do you mean?
You're supposed to have to shoot the fucker with an arrow.
Oh. I jumped down and got his attention again.
I know, but he's supposed to get enraged and do a big slam. He's not supposed to just go, oh, let me just knock this down for you, good sir.
Huh. Okay.
That's bullshit.
You still beat my time.
Yeah, but that's still crap.
How is that
You're breaking
crap?
the game. You're fucking hacking. That's what you're doing. You're a hacker.
Oh yeah, I'm hacking all right.
Yeah, you are. Hacking and slashing.
Trust me, if I was hacking, don't you think I would try to beat your time at least?
If you were hacking, I think you'd be able to grab onto the top of that fucking pillar.
I actually was doing that on purpose. I was doing...
okay.
I was doing that on purpose because I was trying to get his attention again so that he would charge the pillar. And clearly it didn't work, which is why you saw me jump down and see me doing it again.
That's so weird. I wonder if they changed that, because I don't think that was one of the original mechanics.
I wouldn't know.
I bet you wouldn't.
And I think it's on this one that I actually start shooting him.
Oh, yeah. Almost fall off. Good times, good times.
I was holding grab. I made sure of that, even though even if I fell off, it's not like I would have to go back to the beginning.
Well, at least you're doing it properly now, you Cheetah McCheaterson.
Why is it that when I do something differently, I'm suddenly a cheater? Because in my
Because you're cheating.
Because in my Kirby Let's Play with my friend Andrew, do you know like the goal game thing where you bounce on the thing?
Yeah, the spring.
Yeah, he calls me a cheater because I hit it just enough where I can actually where I grab on the last ledge and I start climbing up it, and he's like, "That's cheating."
But no, that's just a mechanic. You grab onto the ledge and climb.
And how is what I was doing before not a mechanic?
Because that's not supposed to be a thing that happens.
Well, it did.
Clearly it is a mechanic. Man, that's 2 edges. That edge is gonna know better than to mess with Wander.
Edge MVP protector. Edges really are like the downfall of this game.
Lost the Colossus for a second.
I did.
Come here, boy. Come here. Edge again. Nice, good. There you go.
Got him that time.
You made it there in the end. So this is actually a situation where the flash arrows would come into play because they explode. You would be able to get them from a much wider radius.
Right. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So it's stuff like this. Just basically the extra gear you get from doing time attack makes it so that time attack goes faster. But if you're already doing time attack, you clearly have no problem with any part of this game.
Right. And I lost him again.
How do you keep doing that? That's a special skill you have.
Oh, trust
actually,
me, I'm really special.
So for this part, you were actually better off not shooting him. I do it. I shoot him while he's over there. He has to hit the pillar once before he'll be able to charge it after you shoot him.
Oh. See, I didn't get that. Why did he turn around like that? Was it just to get in position?
Yeah, it's just a pathing thing because he has to hit it from this direction ultimately.
Right.
So he has to get over on that side.
And the one thing that I like about this game is that there's no fail like mechanic kind of thing. Like for example with that, he actually goes to the right pathing that he has to go to knock it down. Unlike where where in other games you might have to actually lead him to knock it down in the right way or you fail kind of thing.
Yeah. It's interesting that he can make this entire tower rumble.
Right? But it doesn't knock down.
That's a powerful Colossus.
Oh, don't... I think your skull knows that.
I mean, you're not wrong. I think it's really interesting to me that after this section, you get flung into all those pillars, and you're fine, you just walk it off. But you get headbutt by this stupid fucking stone dog, and you're on the ground, you're taking a nap.
Pretty much. I like how I'm just standing there the entire time.
You can actually launch yourself forward, because that's another one of those cutscenes where you have some control.
Right.
So you can launch yourself forward, or you can walk off the edge, or whatever.
Yeah, I had noticed that at the end. And here is when I got a little bit... It took me like a couple seconds to figure out what I was doing. Because you see that I'm trying to jump on one of these, and then I noticed this pillar right here, which is supporting this top part, and I'm like, oh. And of course, he's blocking the one way that I can get up there.
Excuse me, Mr. Cenobia, sir. I need to get up there to kill you.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. That's insensitive, right? That's definitely an insensitive joke.
Oh well. I made in one of the other episodes, I made a your mom joke.
It's true. We're clearly stuck in 2003. We're in the darkest timeline.
I also like how he lines up like perfectly with that pillar, and I'm like, is he gonna hit this when he started charging? Because the depth perception is kind of different.
Mm-hmm. Because it changes perspective.
Yeah.
I like that his armor falls off after he gets out of the rubble pile.
Right?
Which doesn't really make sense, if you ask me.
And this part, it takes me a little while, because I didn't realize you actually have to make him headbutt something to stun him so that you can stab him.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just jump on him, he will shake you like there's no tomorrow. Although you could get a jump stab on him right there and do some damage.
Yeah.
Actually, presumably, you could probably kill him entirely like that if he just stayed over there. I'm not sure what would happen if you did jump stab him.
Speaking of which, that's actually how I kill him, is that I get a jump stab.
Yeah, show off. God.
Okay. Because you didn't...
Everybody's allowed one jump stab, I guess.
I think you had 2.
Only one jump stab kill.
Wow, right.
Not 2. Clearly, I'm not counting the act of jump stabbing. Then I'd have like 3. It's not easy to get the good jump stab.
No, it's not. I'm actually really surprised that I got it on him. And here I was actually trying to go for the smaller stabs, like with Celosia, but even those don't work very well with him.
No, he shakes way too much. That was interesting.
Well, because to get you off, he actually goes under there to knock you off. Yeah. And this is actually where I figure out that you can make him run into this pillar right here, and it'll stun him.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Oh, right, because he was getting glitched right there for some reason.
Yeah. He was getting stuck right in it.
Oh. Yeah, I was trying to jump on his back again, but he ran forward and I overshot him.
Yeah, he ran forward at the perfect time, so you hit him in the butt.
And that's right then and there is when I figured out that I had to make him just keep running into the pillar.
Which he'll continue to do because he's the smartest dog.
Oh, yeah. He's smart. He's wicked smart.
He's a good boy. Wicked smart.
You ever see Good Will Hunting?
Yes, everyone has seen Good Will Hunting. It's a national treasure.
It is
the only movie Matt Damon isn't terrible in.
Let me think of another Matt Damon. He was pretty good in Gangs of New York.
That's okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's
no, not Gangs of New York. I'm not talking about Gangs. I'm thinking of The Departed.
Those are very different movies.
They are very different movies.
I'm not sure how you would confuse the two.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking of movies.
That would be like saying, man, I really loved that Kiefer Sutherland show, The Wire. Because Kiefer Sutherland was on 24, which is kind of a cop drama.
Yeah.
The Wire, also a cop drama. Very different, though. Similar theme. See what I'm getting at here?
Yes, I get it.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
But you totally missed my jump stab, because we were talking about...
I saw it. I saw it. It was a good 2-foot jump stab. It was almost as impressive as killing Viserion with it. Whatever.
So my final time was
trophy.
was I think 10 minutes and 20 something seconds.
About that.
And now we get on to your run. I think I probably I don't know if I could have skipped ahead for this one because somehow you did it faster than me. I think it was because you started shooting him faster.
Yeah, I was just a little bit quicker. I knew what to do. I knew the path to run. No hesitation. It's just go, go, go.
Yeah.
This is one of those where, unfortunately, you can't skip because you need to break that last pillar. And
right.
In order to do that, you have to go all the way through.
Right. And I like how you were starting to skip the cutscene and then you remembered that you were doing the recording.
Oh, I just mash X like crazy, dude.
Ow.
I am constantly mashing X. It's just one of those things I do. Every cutscene, it's just tap, 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 tap.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha.
Old habits die hard. Gotta mash that X button.
So now, did you just let go of that, or were you...
I honestly do not remember at all what happened there.
Yeah.
I think I just let go of the grab button before I hit triangle.
Yeah. I would say I really like the look of Cenobia. It kind of reminds me of, like, the Chinese, like, jade lions that...
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That they have. Those are pretty cool looking. That's what it reminds
So,
me of.
On PS2, his roar was actually a lot more lion-like. They changed that a bit for the PS4. It almost sounds like grating stone now.
Which makes sense.
Very much right, he's stone. But they were very distinctly lion-like, and they're still here a little bit. You can hear it in his growl.
Mm-hmm.
But on PS2, it was a lot more pronounced how much of the lion bit was there. And it was the same with Celosia as well.
Right.
So yeah, with Cenobia, his whole thing is if you stay up on the pillar, he won't keep charging the pillar.
Right.
Unless you provoke him. He only attacks the pillar once, whereas like Celosia, the other one would just keep attacking you no matter what.
Yeah. I got swatted around a lot by him.
Yeah, he's a swatter. No, from experience, Cenobia doesn't swat.
No, he just goes thunk.
Yeah, he likes to use his rock head. So this whole area here is a bit of an Easter egg. It greatly resembles the ruins in Ico and The Last Guardian.
Oh, do they?
Very likely no actual relation, but the appearance of them, the shape of them, the maze-like aspect of them, very, very much reminiscent of those ruins. Or I guess foreshadowing the ruins in Last Guardian. Sure. However that works, since Last Guardian came out after. But based around that, and has a very similar feel.
Yeah. See, with me, what I was trying to do was, I thought maybe, because you remember how I was talking about, like, a fail thing. I thought that if you, that you had to jump when the pillar was falling down kind of thing, and that was the only way that you could make the jump.
I mean, that would save you a few seconds. So you see I shot him here. He doesn't knock down the pillar any faster.
Yeah.
It's pretty annoying, honestly.
Us
but yeah,
and these
jumping...
uncooperative Colossi.
Jumping slightly before it falls is actually one of the faster ways of doing it. It's not quite as safe, because you could fall off the pillar and that adds a few seconds. But, you know, if you wanted to shave off a couple seconds, then you could absolutely jump as it's falling, which is what you did, and it worked just fine.
Yeah. Kind of reminded me of, like, either Tomb Raider or like, Uncharted or something like that. This area actually reminds me a lot of Uncharted.
Yeah, it's got the same kind of jumping and platforming that you have to do in those games.
I had only played the beginning of the first one. They weren't really like my favorite kind of games. I wasn't really into them.
Uncharted, the first Uncharted was a little rough around the edges. They made a lot of improvements to it in 2 and 3 and 4. Tomb Raider, the most recent Tomb Raiders are really good, or at least the 2013 one. I haven't played Rise. 2013 Tomb Raider, I really enjoyed.
I haven't played Tomb Raider since, like, PlayStation 1.
Gotta get the... So I want to point out, I got hit by a pillar in midair and flung over here.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, so some of these cutscenes, I guess, they're just rendered to the point where you could still interact with the objects around you. There he fucking bonks me as I'm on the wall. Notice how Wander did not take 12 minutes to recover that time.
Right. Yeah, I would say his recovery is one of the things that I hate most. I mean,
it's clearly deliberate.
Yeah.
It's not an accident that Wander gets up like a fucking geriatric old man. It is entirely intentional to... And probably specifically for the Guardians that shoot you, or sorry, the Colossi that shoot you, to just continue stun locking you, and this guy to continue stun locking you.
Yep. I don't think I
wait
ever got
on here for a bit.
Go ahead.
I wait on here for a bit. I wanted to see if he would charge these things. No, he only charges the regular pillars he knocked down.
I mean, that makes sense.
Hey, they're objects, though. If he's charging a fucking pillar, why wouldn't he charge anything else?
I don't know.
So yeah, haven't really gotten stun locked, which is what you were going to say. You've been pretty lucky so far.
Yeah, I would say so. Except for, well, Malice knocked me around a lot.
Oh, well, yeah. Malice, real good at that. Real good at just knocking you around and stun locking you.
Yep.
Part of why my time was quite a bit faster here is I just kind of kept him from shaking.
Yeah, I was going to say, he kind of just stood there.
Yeah, it's a strategy in Shadow of the Colossus. You can sort of cancel out those animations by getting a stab in.
Mm-hmm. So your final
if you're
time...
charging up and release.
So your final time was 6 minutes and 21 seconds? Something like that?
Something like that.
So we were pretty close again. I would say that I could have been faster with like shooting him to get the pillars, and faster with my stabs, because he did run around quite a bit when I was on him.
Yeah, the mistake you made was grabbing onto him and not just using that first pillar and having him charge onto it. That's really the only way to get it done faster. Mind you, once again, you were real close to the time attack time for Cenobia. Time attack is just 9 minutes, so
I was
only
pretty close.
Hair over. You were 10 minutes and change, very close.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for Cenobia. We're gonna wrap this up a little bit quicker because of the outtake that we did that we decided to keep in. So my time ended up being 10 minutes and some change, and yours ended up being 6 minutes and 20-something seconds. So, closer than some of the longer Colossi, but still beat me by a lot.
Yeah, this is one of those guys. He's designed very solidly. There's not many ways to skip him. There's not many ways to screw up his behavior. This is just what you have.
Yeah. And in the next episode, we'll be taking on Argus, which, oh my god. Argus and Malice were probably my worst Colossi besides Pelagia.
They definitely backloaded the bad ones.
Yeah. So my time was 10 minutes and 27 seconds, and yours was... So you were about 4 minutes faster than me.
About 4 minutes faster, which, not a huge difference. You could shave that down just being a little bit faster. There's a few key things you could do.
Yeah. So in the next episode, we'll be taking on Argus, and here's the outtake from Ninja's run, which I found quite hilarious.
Yeah, where I jump off him, and he immediately gets me in the back, pushes me under the pillar, and here I am. Just under the pillar.
Yep.
And still under the pillar. Just gonna take a little nap here.
So as we watch him get wrecked by Cenobia, as always, my name is Ark.
I'm Random Ninja, and I am currently part pillar. If you need me, I'll be here, slowly dying.
This is my favorite one, where the camera, you're just like, you don't see him, and then you just thunk. And there's our final scores again. And as always, we will see you all in the next episode with Argus.